What began as a shooting Monday afternoon turned into a murder investigation as police released new information about what happened along Price Street Tuesday.
We also now know the name of the man who was shot and killed. Here's everything we know so far.
According to Rockford police, officers responded around 2:10 to the 1900 block of Price Street for several reports of shots fired. When they arrived, they found 21-year-old LaTravion Starnes of Rockford, who was rushed to a local hospital where he later died. Police were told that a white SUV was involved in the shooting. A vehicle matching the description was later found empty in the 1100 block of Jackson Street. A suspect is yet to be found in the investigation.